Body, hello. My people, I hope they are hearing me. So can it be said that because of this eye on judiciary, now it make them judge this rubbish where they said they do yesterday? For me, I don't believe you. No, say these people they do one thing. When they don't do their evil, they will come, they look for one snippet. Those small things where they go, they begin to talk. Say, hey, now what you not do? Who want talk true? Does it really mean even they curse his mama, they curse his papa, they do anything to impair anybody? Make it not talk true. They have been bought, they have been paid, so they did what they did on their own convenience. So now they won't call, they tell us, say, now because of waiting that they talk for social media, waiting concern waiting that they talk for social media, concern your work. Waiting concern waiting that they talk for social media, concern the truth where you want to rescue your country. Waiting concern waiting that they talk for social media, concern the oath where you swear before you enter that place, say you will stand for the truth at all time. So for me, for people to come they talk now say, now so they come they insult them, now so they drag their mama, now so they drag their papa, now so they come they curse the one that man where they say they see for London that time, where this the first time where they even as soon as election just finished, where they come say they see him for London, when he comes down for wheelchair. Gift, good evening. When it's down for wheelchair. But today now they want call they use one kind idea say they talk say now because of, so for me I don't believe. But let me play this audio this thing for you guys. Then you hear all this their rubbish where they want just come they use to they know what they do.
You were in court
for
yesterday.
Me, they know what they do.
You had a feel of the environment, and that's not your first time, I assume. But what sense do you make out of that judgment, especially taking a cue from what your presidential candidate, Mr. Toby, has reacted on?
I want to thank you very much for inviting me to discuss this matter. Quickly, the Nigerian people were full of expectation, coming from the fact that the learned judges have been told Nigerians that they will deal with this matter and look at the substance of the case. I'm quoting the learned judge. He said, we're going to deal with the matter, the substantial case here therein. We will not deal with technicalities. So I don't know when technicalities actually come in to the judgment. Because what we saw yesterday were simple technicalities that are being used, choreographed, to knock off every inch of the petition that were made by the three petitioners. Not one single one. In fact, they did not find any credence in the processes and the filing. In fact, they even make a caricature deliberately of some of the lawyers, which is absolutely unnecessary. For me, it's unbelievable because it only shows, and my fear is this.
Why is he not talking again?
Making it legal. We legalized illegality and hiding under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I want to say here clearly, we are law abiding and we believe in our judiciary. But in believing in our judiciary, we expect our judiciary to be free and fair in their judgment. Not to say the least, that the judgment also went ahead to say there's even manipulation of the petition evidence that was presented. I mean, the danger here is that it sends signal to every Nigerian that illegality pays, that democracy is put into the dungeon. Anybody who can commit any form of illegality can become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as long as he can use the judiciary and he will be able to protect himself and then it will be pronounced so. And that for me is dangerous for our democracy.
let's look at some of the reactions, Mr. Tanko. Let's take it one after the other. Some of what the judges said yesterday. One of it is the fact that they complained or they submitted yesterday that there were social media attacks, there were some inferences being drawn outside of the court, but evidence were not properly laid and adduced in court to prove the case.
Now, when we made applications that they should televise the proceedings live, from the beginning, there were applications that the proceedings should be televised live. Now, that would have given an opportunity for Nigerians to see whether we presented the right evidence to the court or not. But on our part, from the Labour Party, we make sure that every processes were recorded and reported live as it's happening in the court. Just to give Nigerians a kind of a sense of visuality of what really took place in the court. Now, our judges, yourself and myself and every Nigerian were very much evidence of what happened in Lagos. We saw proof where our voters were intimidated, ballot boxes were snatched, ethnic profiling took place, and that particular issue was presented in that course for the Nigerian people to see. But yes, it was, we were told that particular evidence is not enough. It's not enough to invalidate the election. What it simply means is that, but it is enough to show some part of this country that they are not wanted. Or it is enough to show that if you have money, you can manipulate the system.
On that point that you touched on, this is what the tribunal said yesterday, or the court said yesterday, that the allegation that agents of the petitioner, which include yourself, your party and Mr. Peter Obi, had their ballots and their votes disrupted and suppressed, and the petitioners, according to the court, said video recordings will be tendered as proof. But the court said this was not done. Was there any issue of not able to provide video evidence of the destruction or suppression of votes where your party and your candidate accused or alleged so?
Not only did you present evidence, in fact, our witness was one of your reporters that covered that particular event who stand as a witness, and it was presented to the court. So we did not manufacture anything. But the court went ahead to also say that the report that we submitted and the evidence that we submitted were manipulated by us. And that is funny to me. Because right there as we spoke, don't forget, I am the star witness in that court. And I know for sure that we have evidence which we prove to the court that where the IRF was supposed to transmit results and they did not transmit that particular result, there was only a picture of human beings. There was no any result. But in any case, the court actually said that the IRF does not really matter in this particular case. So the question is, the humongous money that taxpayers paid to ensure that such a technology was put in place for the credibility of the election was totally wasted. And at the same time, the international community who supported this particular process of ensuring that there is clarity and there's no ambiguity in terms of reporting the result was the West. Painfully, while the elections of the Federal House of Representatives and the election of the Senate, which we did not contend because it followed and passed through the threshold of what INEC said it will do for the Nigerian people, and we believe INEC. That particular result was accepted by all because The result was transmitted at real time, and there was no question. But the question remained, why was it that particular report, the result of the presidential election was not transmitted? And it was deliberately so. And we were able to present, and in fact, not only present, most of the observers clearly show that there was a deliberate attempt to cause or glitch that particular process in order to manipulate the system. Whatever decision that has already been made by our judges need to be looked into. Now, the fear here is this. Our younger ones are witnessing this particular show, and they believe strongly Nigeria can be better, but not in this way. Not in this way for us to justify something that everybody knows.
Yeah. Let me ask you, do you perhaps regret or imagine that some of the social media attack on the judges could have hurt your case, because we see in the tone of the judgment of yesterday from the judges, they did not take it lightly.
Is that why they want
In fact, it is amazing for the learned judge to even make reference to it.
Okay.
Because we expect that the learned judge should be able to look into those particular areas of eye on the judiciary, for example. There are precedents that have shown to Nigerians that we needed to trust the judiciary. And in fact, I for one thought that the judges would take that particular encouragement, because I call it encouragement, and courageously so, to give courage to our judiciary to be able to do the right thing. Because you see, words has ears. People can see, people can hear. Once there is a discussion between two persons, that particular information can filter one way or the other. And don't think Nigerians are fools. They are not. They are watching and they are listening. For them to have made a particular pronouncement, eye on the judiciary.
Was it right, Mr. Tanko, for example, if the judges don't feel that it was okay, do you for a moment, with the benefit of hindsight, now that this has happened, do you think that it was necessary for the judges to have been attacked on social media and allegations being leveled against your supporters?
Not at all. I would never support attacking our judiciary or our judges in any way. And that is why my position is clear on the encouragement aspect of those particular pronouncements, not as attack or an abuse. And in any case, our judges and the judiciary have the right to have put a question, because all of us are under this particular judiciary. One day or the other, we will find ourselves in the court for adjudication. And we want our judiciary to be above board. In fact, they are supposed to be the last hope of the common man. Unfortunately, they have been inculcated and imbued into our electoral system, which we need to find a way of eliminating. Because we are putting them in the line of danger. The processes are very clear in Nigeria today. When you want to start an election, all you need to do, go for a propaganda at the early stage, using the media. When you do, go to the election, use stocks, use any means of manipulation, use any means of money to put yourself in position of power. Once you put yourself in position of power, then you have to go to court.
Let's anchor this way, on this question. If the judgment had gone in your favor, what would your reaction be have been different?
Definitely not.
Of course it will have been different. But we would have preferred the judgment to be fair to all concerned. But if you look at this particular case in study, every aspect of the petition was trashed deliberately, and it was justified by all kinds of fair opposition. But then, does it mean that particularly those judgments were made on this petitioner because the judges are angry? Come on. No, we would have reacted differently.
Well, if it had been in your favor, you wouldn't have thought that the judgment was not.
We wouldn't have been because we know there are areas that we cannot be perfect. But this particular judgment needs to be looked at as if it was near perfect at all, because it was all completely. And when we know that the election was marked with a lot of malpractices, all of us knew.
Thank you so much for your reactions. We'll be getting so much more reactions later on the program. Thank you so much, Mr. Yunus.
God bless you and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
I appreciate your time tonight. I appreciate it.
The party says the delay may affect the 21-day notice within which it has to file an appeal at the Supreme Court. Arise News gathered from the petition courts that the judgment copy will be made available to